There he is. Feeling you, MP.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. Well, a chance to check out some stats for De'Aaron Fox.
And guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. They've got Victor Wembanyama. Castle is out there with the dude. Then there's Webb. And for the Nuggets, we've got Williams. Jokic is out there with McGee. And it's Fox. And it's Shannon in at the 2. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Here's the dude. Pass to Webb. Let's go. And it's Fox with the rebound. Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the Bulls in Chicago. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Fox has got the opening bucket of the night here for Denver. Lets it go from 11. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Pass to McGee. And here is Fox. Can't connect from long distance. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman. Now he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama, just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Now, here's Fox. Pass to Jokic. Back to Fox. Another miss by Fox.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. McGee a screen. Here's Shannon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Jokic passes to McGee. The Nuggets with another miss. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the Denver Nuggets, led by multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. And they've done a tremendous job surrounding him with the right kind of people.
They certainly have, Kevin. But one caveat here. You can surround Nikola Jokic with any player, Kevin, and he will figure out their strengths and get them the ball where they need to have it. This guy makes everyone better.
So you think we're not giving enough attention maybe to what he thinks upstairs, how he sees the game?
He sees the game, Kevin, as well as anyone who's ever played it, and he directs traffic out there. He is a true point center.
So it's San Antonio now, following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Here's the dude. Here's Castle, guarded by McGee. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and it's good, 2 points.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, the Dude.
While most players can dominate with their scoring ability, he has done it with his passing. No doubt that he is the catalyst for this team on offense. And when players are cutting or moving to open space, he has found them.
Now here is McGee, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Jokic inside, defended by Wembanyama. Jokic with the bucket.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
The Dude passes to Wembanyama. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wembanyama's got his second basket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm. Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Yep, that one goes in there.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Pass to McGee. Here's Shannon. Jokic a screen. Shannon, no good. It was the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Grizzlies. Here's the Dude. Offline with his 3. And it's Fox with the ball for Denver. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Yeah, look, when your best players can't stay on the floor, that's a problem. It puts your team in a really difficult position to win.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
Murray's checked in for Denver. Stan, for coaches who are on the hot seat, how in the world do they stay focused?
Well, Kevin, I think, look, most coaches have very thick skins. You're going to get criticized every day. You have to know that when you get into the profession, and you just got to stay focused on the things you can control. And my brother always used to tell me, don't worry about criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from.
That's pretty good advice in itself.
It is.
My goodness. And San Antonio has possession following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. He gets that one. Wembanyama has got 7 points.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
McGee with no one around. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator. Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's the dude. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. He's off on the first. Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
To the inside. Here's Dennis. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Webb against Stockton. Pass to Jokic. The tray. San Antonio with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
The Spurs making a switch here. Vassell's checked in. And Murray, here we go. Pass to Champagny. Now Jokic. The fadeaway. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the dude in the last outing against the Bulls delivered a big performance. He dropped in 55 points, and his glass work resulted in a season-high rebound total for him as well. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Here's Champagny following the bucket by the Spurs. Outside for Murray to stop the run. Chalk up 2 there.
And the mid-range seeming effortless for Murray. He's got a touch that makes that shot a good option for him.
The dude misses.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Jokic rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's Vince Williams with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jones checked in for Denver. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Vince Williams. Here's the dude. That's in, and that's his fourth basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Murray, no good.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Here's the dude. He's covered by Murray. Here's Wembanyama. Bank shot, no good. The Nuggets trail by 14. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Jones with the screen on Wembanyama. 6 to shoot. Murray the pass to Stockton. Over Valentine. And another miss by Denver.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Wembanyama passes to the dude. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Now Fox. 14 points from him the last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
Yeah, and you see this with a lot of great scores. When they're putting up big nights, a lot of times it's because they're making a lot of free throws.
And so it's San Antonio with a sizable lead. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scout.
We seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA, and I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Murray, good.
And operating off the ball. Credit Murray for staying engaged, ready to fire when asked.
Pass to Castle. Here's the dude, guarded by Fox. Zohan, the pass to the dude. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Castle. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Castle's got 11 here in this quarter alone. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Outside, Jones. Pass to Shannon. Here's Fox. Murray outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Outside, Jones. Launches from deep. That shot misses. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And the dunk by Zohan.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Here's Murray. Last game he had 12. Out to the right wing. Fox from outside. Rebound by Sohan. Well, it was the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Shannon. Just 5 on the clock. Jokic with a screen on Holmes. And another miss by Denver. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Count that bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Denver shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point.
I'll tell you what, Fox shooting now in rhythm. Got to respect also his decision-making, really getting a good feel.
On the Raptors, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Shannon. Fires the 3. Rebound San Antonio.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach. I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Here's Murray. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Murray's got 7. Smooth sailing for San Antonio. 41 seconds left in the first half. Here's Holmes, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Nuggets shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Pass to Shannon. Murray with it. 7-foot shot. Rebounded by Castle.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. 8 points for him.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Shannon. A pass to Fox. Murray for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Spurs out in front, delivering the blowout. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the San Antonio Spurs.
They've been fearless tonight. That kind of attitude becomes contagious. I mean, look how many times they've gotten to the stripe.
Yeah, I mean, they brought their gear. They've been camping out at the line all night. And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year.
Acclimating to the league is not that easy. These guys are already accepting the challenges and the rigors of the NBA, and they're crushing it. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which rookie might take even another step and separate himself from the pack. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, We'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from the dude.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Jokic is out there with McGee. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Williams. And it's Shannon in at the two-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The kick out to Williams. The wide open look here for Fox. No good on the three. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Here's Castle. It's the three-point bomb. Castle's got 18 points in the game.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Williams, that's good.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. McGee's shot is off. San Antonio's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Here's the dude, guarded by Fox. There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster, but everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation for them.
Drives to the hoop, and the rejection by Wembanyama.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
The dude misses. The Nuggets have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. Here's Fox. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. He's got 9.
If Fox gets cut off from inside, he has options. That mid-range is a big part of his repertoire.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Nice move. The dude grabs the miss. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Shannon. Buries the long-range jumper. Shannon's got 11 points.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Here's Castle. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
There's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Pass to Murray. Now, here's Jokic. Tight defense on him. 6 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
The Nuggets shooting terrible so far in the second half. Down around 26%. Down low, Valentine lays it up and banks it in. 8 points for him.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Now, here's Jokic, guarded closely. Looking to end the run. Valentine grabs the board.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Three-pointer, Fox. Rebounded by Dennis. Dennis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
The dude misses. Fox looking it over. For 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Spurs out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass.
What do you make of the offensive surge in the NBA today?
Well, Kevin, look, skill level is the best it's ever been. Shooting range is incredible, which makes defenses have to defend more and more of the court. Rules and officiating favor the offense. It's never been harder to defend in the NBA.
It sure looks that way, you're right. On the floor for San Antonio, Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. And it's the dude, and it's Gillespie in at the 1 spot. There's the pick. Here's Champagnie. And another miss by Denver.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kept alive, Wembanyama. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Fox passes to Jokic. Here's Champagnie. A pass to Fox. Shot clock at 6. And Jokic throws it down.
Jokic so clever at taking advantage in that pick and roll.
The dude passes to Wembanyama. Here's the dude. No good from outside. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Three-pointer, Fox. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Fox has got 5 points now this quarter.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game? And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying in the international game.
Here's Holmes. Another one falls for San Antonio. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Jokic on top. Pass to Stockton. Back to Jokic. Rebounded by the Spurs. Here's Gillespie. Here's the dude. Wembanyama passes to the dude. Back to Wembanyama. Spurs passing it around. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Knocks down the three ball.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
And good that time. The dude's got 14 points now in the second half.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And for a player of his size, Fox not afraid to take some contact to get to the line. He'll do it every chance he gets.
That one misses.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for San Antonio.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the dude.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Pass to the dude. 34 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Shannon passes to McGee. Outside, Fox. Jacks up a three. Another miss by Fox. Here's the dude. From past the arc. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one to come into an opponent's building and dominate the
Solid effort tonight on both ends. Man, I hate this Bay Area weather. It's never warm.
Like those kicks, MP?
This is anyone's game tonight.
Feeling you, MP.
These are the games you have to win to be taken.
And going through their pregame warm-ups, trying to get loose and focused here before tip. And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. And as we're halfway through the season, let's see how the power rankings are shaking out. You look at the Warriors, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at San Antonio, they were expected to be one of the best teams entering the year, and we've seen nothing to change that opinion.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. They've got Castle, and it's Webb in at the 3. And for the Warriors, we've got Usman Garuba. Williams is out there with Brandon Pajemski, and it's Bolden in at the 4. You know, in game 2 of a back-to-back, just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
You know, B.A., proper rest and stretching can help a lot, but you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
Here we go. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Well, we've touched on it in prior broadcasts. MP has spent the last few games with a #1 priority of trying to keep others involved.
MP could have a playlist of masterful assists by the end of his career. He finds so many ways to set up baskets and outsmart defenses. It's awesome for his teammates and frustrating for defenders.
Now here's Pajemski. Goes up on the baseline, and that's good for 2.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Pass to the dude. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Pajemski. Outside, Williams. From the arc. Can't hit that one. Inside. Here's Webb. And he dunks it down.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Pass to Bolden. To the inside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. First one falls. Both good from the line that time.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. The dude gets the bucket.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Outside, Williams. Drills it from deep. 7 points in the game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
After 5 shots, that's their first miss. I definitely call that a good start.
For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Outside Pajemski. And he makes it.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Pass to the dude. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Outside Pajemski. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. And there's another one for the Warriors.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. San Antonio shooting their first free throws here tonight. And he makes the first. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. San Antonio leading. Here's Castle. Can't get it to fall.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
He's off on the second. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. To the paint. Pass to Webb. Here's the dude, defended by Pajemski. Here's Castle. 4-3. Hits the trifecta.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Warriors trail by 4. And here's Pajemski. Here's Garuba. Still no points. Pass to Bolden. 6 to shoot. Here's the 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Off with the layup.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Here he goes. Here's Garuba. No good with a layup. San Antonio leading by 4. The dude gets the bucket. The dude's got 8.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
Pass to Bolden. Now here's Pajemski. Outside, Williams. Knocks down the triple.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
The dude. Here's Wembanyama. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball. Really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
That's his 4th miss in 7 shots. For San Antonio, they've got 8 of 13 attempts to go. And that one's good. Webb.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Warriors trail by 7. Pass to Bolden. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Castle.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Outside Pajemski. no good on the shot. San Antonio leading by 7. Puts up the 8-footer. Bolden with a rebound.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Puts one up from 19. Good on the shot. 12 points for him.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
The Warriors shooting about 40% in the early stages of this game.
Picking up that second foul early is tough. He'll have to be careful, and we'll see how much coach trusts him to not get that third.
George, he's checked in for the Warriors. So it's the Warriors now. It's a 5-point game. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
The dude gets the bucket.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
The Warriors have gone 7 of 16 so far. Outside, Williams. Pass to Garuba. George outside. Clock at 6. There's the triple. Let's go with a 3. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
San Antonio shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First one falls for him. And the Spurs making a change here. Vassell's checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Simons. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
Home.
Need some energy out there, MP. You're up.
So on the floor for San Antonio, they've got Castle, and it's Valentine in at the small forward position. And it's Simons missing. Spurs trail by 7. Down low. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, the dude, in their last time out against the Nuggets, put on a show. He added 33 points, and he made a lot of shrewd decisions with the ball, which led to a hefty assist total for him. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
And here are the Warriors now, after the basket by San Antonio. They set the pick. To the paint. Oh, it's stolen. Here's Dennis. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
George passes to Hall. Back to George. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs trail by 3. Basket's good. 6 points for him.
I just love the ball movement.
Golden State has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. And here's Simons outside. The rebound by the Spurs. On offense, here is San Antonio. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Here's the dude. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Bolden, the pass to Simons. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to George. The 3 is up. The dude with the rebound. On offense, here is San Antonio. They've scored 10 straight.
And a two-handed jam. Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
George feels it out a bit. Here's Hall. Pass to De Silva. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Here's the dude. Here's Dennis. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Second shot opportunity. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Bolden. Back to George. Here's Hall. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. On offense, here is San Antonio. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Here's the dude. Valentine passes to the dude. Pass to Dennis. From the corner. And the shot goes down. Dennis has got 6 points.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Warriors trail by 3. Here's Bolden. To the middle. It's intercepted. Driving in. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Warriors. So both teams changing it up here. Here's Simons. 10 points for him. Three-pointer. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
The Spurs have gotten 7 of 10 attempts to drop in the second quarter. Here's the dude. He's got 13. Count that one. 9 points in the game.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
The Warriors have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Simons outside. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Wembanyama, no good. The Warriors leading. Simons passes to Garuba. Here's De Silva. Back to Garuba. And the layup is good off the glass. He's got 22.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Here's the dude. 33 points last game. Here's Webb. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to De Silva. Oh, they get a hand on it. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Oh, got a piece of it. And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to keep the possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Williams is checked in for the Warriors. Pajemski comes in for Simons.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First free throw is good. And the Warriors making a change here. Bolden's checked in, and so he hits both. And so George will bring it up for Golden State. Driving inside, and the layup falls. George has got 5 now. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
The dude. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Nice shot by George.
He doesn't have the quickness of some guys, but he sees everything, including that opening.
To the inside. Outside for Wembanyama. Pass to the dude. Sohan outside. 6 to shoot. Here's the dude. Back to Sohan. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they faced the Spurs.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
And a lot of that begins with effort. Putting in the work and closing out possessions should make this a much more contested game.
Golden State has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Outside, Williams. Here's Bolden, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Jeremy Sohan. And that one misses. Good on the second one. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Yep, count it. The dude's got 19 points.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
George outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Warriors lead by 2.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
And the shot's good.
The adjustment, man, what a finish.
Golden State has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. There's a minute 34 left in the half. Outside, Williams. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Devin Vassell.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And he's good on the second. The Spurs shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. Here's Webb. Coming in off a 14-point game last time out. And that one drops for him.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
Pass to Williams. 1:02 left to play in the half. And the Warriors get it back. Inside. And another shot. Here's Garuba. Missed it, even after all of those chances.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And stolen by Williams. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Podziemski. And again, no good by Golden State.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Bolden. George outside. There's the 3. And the three-pointer goes. George has got 9 points in the quarter. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Warriors ahead. They lead by a bucket. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
Well, I think for the Warriors, guess they're playing decent, remaining somewhat competitive. Just feel like this team is stuck right now, unable to get to the next level, searching for the answers.
And now let's talk Golden State. They're in an even matchup through one half of play.
They're clicking from outside, hard cuts to the ball, and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
They've been cashing in on those. We'll see if the sharp shooting continues. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. The Warriors leading. They've got Williams, Usman Garuba out there with Brandon Pajemski, and it's Bolden in at the 4 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Another 3 for Golden State.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Spurs trail by 5. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Webb. Here's the dude. Here's Castle. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the dude. Takes the 3. And Castle with the 3. Castle's got his second basket on the night.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Here's Garuba, covered by Wembanyama. Pass to Pajemski. There's a screen from Garuba. The baseline J is on the way. Pajemski's shot is good. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
And how about Brandon Pajemski, Richard? When he's given the minutes, he can stuff the stat sheet.
Yeah, even when it comes to his rebounding, B.A., that's the result of great heart, great hustle, and great timing. His teammates feed off his energy.
The Warriors lead by 4. Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Wembanyama. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And the first one at the line is good. And he can't hit the second. It's a close one here in San Francisco. Now Williams. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Here's Bolden. Williams on the wing. 4 on the clock. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Williams has got 6 points. Pass to the dude. Going inside, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And here's Pajemski. Here's Bolden. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. The 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost. And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Pass to Garuba. Here's Bolden. Out to the right wing. Fires for 3. Hits a 3-pointer. 28 points for him.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half. Coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Down low. Here's the dude. 23 points in the game. Out to the right wing. 2 on the clock. Here's Webb. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. He's got 15.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to Bolden. Off target with the 3. San Antonio trailing here. To the paint for the tie. Yet another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Fires the 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to the dude. Here's Webb. Here's the dude. It'll be his 4th time going to the line in this game.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And San Antonio making a change here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Warriors have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the 3rd. Pass to Bolden. The shot's good.
Oh, he's putting on a scoring clinic, guys. If it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game.
Into the lane. Here's the dude. The Warriors pull it in. It's Podziemski on the wing. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Shoots from the line. Valentine with the rebound.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's the dude. He's got 25. Here's Dennis. They get it again. Pass to the dude. The 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. The dude's got 7 now in this quarter.
Draining his first 3 of the game, no doubt hoping to build up a little momentum from outside.
Now Williams. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Castle. And again, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
Man, is he sharing the ball well, hitting his guys right in their spots. Left side, Podziemski. Clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. To the middle. Here's Dennis. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Love the energy here in the 3rd. Trying to take control now of this contest.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And San Antonio making a change here. Vassell's checked in. Warriors trail by 7. To the inside. Here's George. That one's off. Still out of sync. For San Antonio, they've gone 8 of 12 from the floor in the 3rd quarter. Here's the dude. George defending. Pass to Vassell. Here's the dude. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Vassell's shot is good. And it's a 10-point San Antonio lead.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Ooh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing.
Pass to Simons. The three ball. Dennis with a rebound.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's the dude. It's rebounded by George. Warriors trail by 11. Simons outside. Pass to George. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. George has got 16 points. Spurs lead by 9. Here's the dude. Vassell outside. Lets it go from deep. Another possession, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
And the 11th pick in 2020. Devin Vassell was drafted for his defense. But Richard, his shot creation has come a long way.
Yeah, he's very comfortable handling and operating in the mid-range. One of his best ranges. He's moved past that 3 and D tag, and he's showing he can do so much more.
Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Floyd, pass to Simons. Rebound by San Antonio.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide-open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Pass to Valentine. Here's the dude. George defending. Here's the dude. On the wing, Vassell. Three-pointer, no good. And the Warriors making a change here. Eight seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Hall. Sinks the tray. Hall's got his second basket of the game. And so the San Antonio Spurs, they have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for the Spurs, they've got Victor Wembanyama. And it's Dennis in at the 5. Here's Webb. Oh, he can't miss. 8 for 8 after that shot.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Now here's Simons. Defense is right there. Over Castle. And it's Simons missing.
Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
Valentine passes to Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Nice feed inside. Saw the...
completely new group here for the Warriors. Here's Valentine. Here's the dude. Drives to the hoop. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Warriors trail by 11. Pass to Bolden. Here's Garuba. Now here's Pajemski. The three is up. Rebound San Antonio. Webb's got his 5th rebound in this one. Stolen. Now here's Pajemski. This one for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's the dude. Back to Wembanyama. Pass to Webb. Here's Valentine. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Spurs lead by 11.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Bolden. Valentine with the rebound. Pass to Webb from behind the arc. And another dime for him. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Outside Pajemski. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Pajemski's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's been much more assertive here in the second half, getting to his spots, executing with ease.
The dude's shot is off. Warriors trail by 12. Outside Pajemski. Garuba with the bucket. Garuba's got his first bucket in this one.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
Here's the dude. Wembanyama, pass to the dude. And all around the rim that time before dropping. The dude's got 35 in the game.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And he knocks down the first one. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, BA, you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Drops in the 3. Give him 35.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
And the bucket is good. And the Spurs lead by 11.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
From outside the arc. Rebound San Antonio. They led by as many as 18.
The rebounding differential is a major story in this game.
And they pick up 2.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And here's Pajemski. And that one good.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
And the dunk by Wembanyama.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Warriors trail by 13. 1:56 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Pajemski. From deep. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Valentine can't get it to go. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Good on the first, and that brings him within single digits. He's perfect from the line this time. The Spurs shooting 60% here in the 4th quarter. Terrific efficiency. He gets it in there. The dude's got 41.
The longer this game goes on, the hotter he gets.
Golden State now running out of time. Rebounded by Castle. Castle's got rebound number 7 tonight. Pass to the dude. It's rebounded by Golden State. 1:05 left in the final quarter. Yep, that one's good.
Ooh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
Here's Webb. Takes it inside.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Spurs.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And another victory added to their resume. This will be their 53rd win of the year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for the dude.
Okay, I'm going to explain what he did here. It's called playmaking. Being someone that seeks out their teammates, making the extra pass.
And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors. And he drops the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 39 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Man, good whistle there.
And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Calm and cool, and his free throws put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game up.
Rebounded by the Spurs. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. The dude passes to Valentine. Buries it from about 10 feet away. And the Spurs lead by 14.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
you all some 2K gaming tips and just have an all-around great time.
Yeah, we're having fun. It's our summer send-off, so grab your suit.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all of sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. They've got Zion Williamson. Anthony Edwards out there with the dude. Then it's Jalen Williams. And it's Craig in at center.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with the East All-Stars head coach. The first player that coach mentioned was Zion Williamson. He said, we don't see anyone like Zion all year. His power is unmatched, but Zion also has the touch and burst. We have to create a wall around the basket. Now, we've seen Zion play, and I think he's going to break through that wall more than once. Guys?
Thank you, David. That one is no good. And here's Halliburton. Banchero outside. To the paint. Here's Towns, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Now off the inbound, Cunningham gets the bucket. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Some nice passing here by the West. Kicks it out to Williamson. Pass to the dude. Right wing. Just 4 to shoot. Banchero grabs the board. The East All-Stars on offense. Halliburton on the wing. And here's Cunningham. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The East All-Stars shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And the technical free throw is good.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Who's watching here? Halliburton right side. From deep. Craig pulls it in. And here's the West with the ball. Edwards finds Williamson. Here's the dude, covered by Johnson. Here's the dude, right block shot. Good work defensively by Johnson.
A lot of great plays being made here on the defensive end.
That indeed is a rarity. The highlights are almost always on the offensive end of the floor in this event.
Now here's Towns. Left side, Edwards. Pass to Craig. Over Cunningham. Craig, good.
Edwards has such good feel, knows when to get his own or move the ball.
And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Trailing by 2. Johnson sends the screen for Banchero. Drills it from outside.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's the dude. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The West All-Stars shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That's good from the dude. And both free throws good from the dude. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Now Banchero. Johnson with a screen on Williamson. Banchero inside, covered by Williamson. And it's Banchero missing.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
The East All-Stars on offense. Johnson kicks to Halliburton. Pass to Banchero. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Such an integral part to Halliburton's game. He's one of the best passers in the league.
Now Williamson. The dude passes to Williams. The West again cannot hit.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Banchero draws the double. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
The dude misses.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Halliburton passes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Virtually no way to stop Towns. He's extremely dangerous that close to the bucket.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout.
You know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
They've got Towns. Brandon Ingram's out there with Mobile. Then it's Halliburton. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. Going inside.
He puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Ingram right side. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Paolo Banchero's checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Craig's checked in. And it's Rivers in for Gilgeous-Alexander. The East trail by 16. Banchero with the ball. He's got 8. And another miss by the East. To the middle. It's stolen by Banchero. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Pass to Banchero. Inside. And it's denied. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Good on the shot. The West leading by 14. Wembanyama passes to the dude. Some nice passing here by the West. Craig against Towns. Back to Craig. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Craig's got 7 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's Ingram, and the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Cunningham's checked in, and West also making a switch. Edwards is checked in. Clock at 6. Here's Banchero. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
You know, once in a while, a guy will come into the league and just hit the ground running. Banchero was a star from the first week.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
The dude passes to Craig. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The dude misses.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Now, here is Halliburton. Ingram outside for the 3. Here's Banchero. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Pass to the dude. Outside Williams. There's a screen. Shoots over Ingram. Williams can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
A nice shot by Halliburton.
As fast as lightning, Halliburton gets it and shoots it in a matter of nanoseconds.
Here's the dude. And Craig has it in the corner. Here's the dude. He's covered by Halliburton. And that one's good, the dude.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. And some changes here for the East. Sarr comes in for Towns. And it's Devin Booker in for Brandon Ingram. And West also making a switch. Rivers, he's checked in for Jalen Williams. Now, here is Halliburton. He's got 5. Booker with no one around, and another miss by the East.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Edwards' shot is good.
Edwards flexing on him now, bully ball inside.
The East trail by 17. Now here's Booker. Hasn't made one yet. It's rebounded by the West. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding
has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Booker. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go.
Every chance he gets, Booker willing to take that shot. A consistent three-point shooter.
The dude, the lead pass was put in just the right spot. The dude's got 11.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here's Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Following the three-point attempt by Tyrese Halliburton. No good on the triple from the dude. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the East. Here's Cunningham. And some very quick points for him on that possession. 8 points for Cade Cunningham.
Effective from the mid-range. For Cunningham, it's about shooting with confidence.
The dude off target at the rim. The East trail by 18. Booker outside. .127 left now here in the second. Great D that time from Edwards.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
It's good from long range. Edwards got 5 points in the quarter.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right. Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
And that one's good, the dude.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Cunningham looking it over. Booker in the corner. Over Edwards. The West All-Stars pull it in. It's Rivers on the wing. Covered by Cunningham. The offensive rebound. And Craig has it in the corner. Here's the dude. And here's Edwards from and the buzzer beater's good.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A three at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's the West All-Stars, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. One half remaining in the NBA All-Star Game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Zion Williamson is out there with Williams. And it's the dude. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Craig in at the center position. Here's Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances.
Here's Edwards. Knocks down the step-back J. Edwards got 15.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now, here's Cunningham. That one, no good. Great D that time from Edwards. The dude passes to Williams. Here's the dude. And here is Williamson. Still without a basket.
I tell you what, a lot of shimmying and rim rattling going on in this one tonight, guys.
These guys are spending more time in the air than they are on the ground, that's for sure.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here are the East All-Stars now. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. Halliburton passes to Banchero. He can't get that one. Johnson against Williams. Pass to the dude. Kicks it out to Williamson. Some nice passing here by the West. Craig can't get it to go. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the East. And it's Banchero missing.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And Williamson throws it down.
Goodness, I mean, we feel those Zion dunks shake the floor.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Outside, Towns. Pass to Cunningham. Now, here is Halliburton. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Williams. Drops in the layup for 2. 9 points in the game so far.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Banchero will screen on Edwards. Here's Cunningham. It's hauled in by Edwards.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's Towns. He has 7. Cunningham's shot is off.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's the dude. He's got 15. Craig, good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now, here's Cunningham to the inside. Here's Banchero. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. And 12 points for Paolo Banchero. Pass to Craig. Williamson outside. Outside Edwards. Here's the dude. He's covered by Halliburton. Williams for 3. Rebound by the East All-Stars.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. to the paint. Slam home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The rebound by Edwards. Halliburton's got 3 of his 9 shots to fall. Craig with a screen on Halliburton. And finished off by Craig.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And here are the East All-Stars now. Halliburton for 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got 4 rebounds in this game. Got a piece of it. Halliburton with the steal. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Pass to Towns. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. And the West All-Stars with possession. They're on a 17-6 run. Williams kicks to Williamson. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one is on Towns.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
One shot.
And free throw, good from the dude. And the East has possession. Cunningham outside. Banchero dishes to Cunningham. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's the dude, covered by Cunningham. Wembanyama passes to the dude. Back to Wembanyama. Puts it up. The West again cannot hit.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Pass to Cunningham. Over Rivers. Cunningham's shot is off.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Just a ridiculous dunk there. There aren't many guys who can pull off a throwdown like that.
Here is Cunningham. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. And again, Cunningham missing.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
And I have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
And the East has possession. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Here's the dude. 25 points in the game. Pass to Rivers. Here's the dude, covered by Cunningham. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to the dude. There's the triple. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12.
Incredible range from Gilgeous-Alexander, making a tough shot look easy.
Cunningham for 3. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Evan Mobley's checked in for the East. Brandon Ingram comes in for Jalen Johnson.
Right.
Here's the dude. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Ingram kicks to Towns. A crossover. And the rejection by Wembanyama. A nice shot by McCain.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
And Jokic throws it down.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
And the East has possession. Mobley, the pass to Cunningham. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Jokic. Here's the dude. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. 27 points for the dude.
And really, this has been an MVP caliber performance. Guys, he's been terrific.
Yeah, he has been. It's going to be a very easy job for the voters this year.
Ingram dishes to Towns. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Cunningham's shot is off. Here's the dude. Some solid defense from Ingram. Knocked away. Here's the dude. That will count. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the West All-Stars with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star Game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
Mobley is out there with MyCareer. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Well, it's looking more and more like the MVP award is a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, he looks like he's got that thing locked up at this point. He's been phenomenal.
It's Ingram atop the key. Buries the 20-footer.
Well, you look at the form on Ingram's catch-and-shoot jumpers, it's textbook. He's got excellent posture. His hands are in a good position, and most importantly, he's ready to shoot it when he catches it.
Some nice passing here by the West. The dude passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Jokic. The putback. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's MyCareer to the left side wing. And another 3 from the East.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Garay. He's covered by Ingram. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one goes. Count it.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Halliburton passes to Ingram. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the East. And Mobley throws it down.
Sweet dime that time from Halliburton. This combo guard has really impressive floor awareness, folks.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to the dude. Wembanyama with the bounce pass. Pass to Jokic. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Garay. He's covered by Ingram. And it's Ingram with the rebound. They get a hand on it. Pass to the dude. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Banchero outside. And here is Ingram. Back to Banchero. Off target from outside.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Here's the dude. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton. And Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
The dude passes to McGee and out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass.
Now a timeout called by the East.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Here's the dude. He's covered by Halliburton. The dude passes to McGee. Drills the three-pointer.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Cunningham for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to the dude. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the dude. And they pick up 2. The dude's got 6 points in the quarter.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Now Cunningham lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Well, for over a decade, Clark, we've been in the player empowerment era. And it's generally been, I think, a positive for the NBA.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more in that regard. The players are the drivers of the league. They're the personalities. They're the visibility. They're the doers, the talented performers of a league that entertains globally. So they deserved more money and influence, and I think they've gotten both. Now, there are a few players that have kind of exploited that in a way that I don't think is most healthy by forcing trades, but I think it's a good thing overall.
And that one's good. The dude.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
The East All-Stars on offense. Cunningham outside. Outside for Halliburton. There's the three. The West grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's the dude. It's hauled in by the East. Halliburton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Cunningham finds Halliburton. Back to Cunningham. That 3 off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Halliburton passes to Johnson. And here's Cunningham. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Cunningham's shot is off.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Here's the dude. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. Pass to Banchero. Down low. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Nice drop-off by Banchero. I mean, good unselfish play there.
The drive by Jokic. To the middle. Here's the dude. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. The dude's got 39.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Halliburton passes to Towns.
Stay there.
Pass to Johnson. Cunningham outside. To the left wing. Towns wide open. Buries it from three-point range.
And drifting to the corner and finding some space, Towns can exploit any gap in a defense.
Here's the dude, and the shot goes in. The dude's got 41.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
Good game, MP.
try and close this one out early so you can get some rest.
To the 2K TV Wrap Party.
We are bringing the community together for some friendly competition, give you all some 2K gaming tips, and just have...